Welcoming you to a life of awareness, the Presence Project is excited for you to join us for today's podcast with your host, Paul Kersner.
Hello and welcome to episode 93 of Are You Being Present? My name is Paul. I want to welcome you to the present moment. I want to welcome you to the here and now. And I want to thank you wholeheartedly, sincerely, and deeply for joining me in this amazing present moment. The title and topic for today's podcast is You Are Exactly Where You're Supposed to Be in This Present Moment. This is an important statement. This is an important belief, and it is a wonderful way to shift out of the past or the future and enter into a state of acceptance. And as you know, acceptance is a vital and pivotal presence tool. I wanted to talk on this topic because oftentimes we have what I call destination addiction, the belief that we should be somewhere else, a belief that somewhere else is better than where we are. And it's a program that is used by the ego to enter us into a state of resistance, to take us out of the present moment, to obscure our perspectives and our perceptions on what's happening in that moment for us, making us believe that there's somewhere else or something else that is far better than where we are and who we are and what we are in the present moment. Destination addiction is certainly something that is learned early on. It is a program used in societal programming. It is a tool of the ego and the matrix. And if you want to untwine it, it's a tool that creates a lot of suffering because it always makes you believe that where you are and who you are and what you are isn't good enough. That there has to be somewhere else that's different. And this difference is better than what's going on right now. But the truth and the reality of the situation at hand is that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are exactly who you're supposed to be. Everything in this present moment is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Holding a perception of anything different creates resistance and pressure and stress. And that is unnecessary. You might want to change things. You might want to shift. You might want to grow. You might have intention to do something different. That is fine. But you must enter into a state of full acceptance for this present moment. Accept where you are. Understand that it's okay. That there are options, that you have the ability to pivot and shift. But do not stay focused on somewhere else or something else outside of this present moment and lose all of the things that are available to you in the here and now. If you can remember that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, that there's nowhere else that's going to be better or make you feel better, and to really hone in on what destination addiction is. Because when we're raised, as we grow up, we talk about traveling and going on vacation, and what it does is it takes us out of the present moment and makes us focus on what this trip, what this vacation is going to be. And you lose the present moment, and you get so hyper-focused on what this thing is going to be, and you just wait, and you have anticipation. The trouble is, and really the problem that exists, is when you get to wherever this destination is, it's usually not what you perceived it to be. And then there's somewhere else that's better, that's different, that will provide you with some relief, that will make you feel better. And it never ends. Destination addiction never ends. There's no end in sight. It's just here is not good enough, and there must be a there. Once you get to there becomes here, rinse and repeat. It's a cycle that we get looped into. It's a program. It's a form of control. It is a presence obstruction. It has everything to do with a lack of acceptance for what exists in your present moments and within your present seconds. It takes true acceptance, full acceptance of where you are, of what you are, and who you are, to make the most out of what's going on for you. Try not to stay so focused on somewhere else outside of where you are. Where you are might be uncomfortable. Where you are might be painful. Presence dictates that nothing is permanent. Presence makes us understand the law of impermanence, and this provides much relief. It is important to take note for all things, good, bad. It doesn't make a difference how you perceive it. Nothing ever lasts. That's the beauty of presence. But if you resist, you create pressure. You don't see things for what they are, the gift that they truly are for you. And you believe that there's got to be something else, somewhere else, that's going to make you feel better outside of you, outside of this moment. And that will send you into an endless loop. Destination addiction is a real thing. And I'm not saying that having a wanderlust is a bad thing. I'm not saying that traveling is a bad thing, exploring is a bad thing, but what I'm saying is that enjoy yourself while you're actually traveling. Enjoy yourself while you're actually on vacation. Don't lose your present moments to a vacation or your travels in the future. I think that it's important to explore, especially if it's in your nature. The challenge is not to lose all the present moments and all the present seconds that lead up to your travels, that lead up to your quote-unquote vacation. And I guess the question is, why do you need a vacation? What is a vacation? It's a vacation from your present moments, from your life as it is. You're escaping whatever situations that you're currently involved in. And if that's the case, then you need to really ground into your present moments to see them for what they are and make some changes and use your pivots so that you don't need a vacation or an escape from your life, from your reality. You shouldn't want to have to escape or numb things out. I know that it's painful at times, but trying to escape only creates more suffering. And I understand what that feels like. I understand the desire to want to numb out, to distract yourself. But if we remember to use our presence tools, if we remember the law of impermanence, then we can endure without creating stories, without letting our ego create stories and prepare us for these dystopian futures that never happen. My friends, you are exactly where you're supposed to be in this present moment. And that's okay. And I understand that some of you find yourselves in some undesirable situations. I get it. You can change and grow and learn and shift. But you have to see things for what they are. You have to gain clarity. And to really gain clarity, you have to be present, no matter what. It takes full acceptance. Fully accept what's in your present moment. Stop focusing on a future that may never happen. You can't guarantee me tomorrow's going to happen. The only thing that you can guarantee me is that this present second is happening. And that's the shift that we're talking about. That's going to allow you to end the ego loops that exist in your head, telling you that you should focus on somewhere else, some future space, some trip, some location. If I could just get here, if I could just do this, if I could just be this. No, that's not the way. When those present moments happen, when you are involved in those present moments, you can deal with them then. But for now, stay focused on what's in front of your face. Stay focused at the tasks at hand. Accept the present moments for what they are, regardless of whatever you perceive them to be. They are gifts. They are your gifts. So make the most of them. Don't try to escape them. Stop focusing on some vacation or a trip. It's good to plan with intention, and I think that you should want to explore the world. But at the same time, You should be exploring and staying focused on your present moments. Those are what are real. And that's the only thing that's real. Everything else is a projection. The future is your imagination. And I think that it's nice to imagine things. But don't do it to escape your present moments. Don't use it as a form of distraction. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. No more and no less. I hope you can remind yourself of this over and over again, to shift back to the present moment, which is all you have. And I'm so grateful to be able to share my present moments with you. And as always, I wish you nothing but peace.
Thank you for listening to the Are You Being Present podcast, brought to you by the Presence Projects. Remember, you have a choice. Choose to be present.